We have BLW, Afroking and crew in the booth right now. In about 10 minutes, so keep it locked. We're going to go for a chat, see what's going on with them.
Could have been love, could have been hate, harder to trust, longer to wait. It could have been us, but now it's too late. Now I'm spilling blood all over the place, in love with the pain and like I would taste. So bring them the past, I'm living today. Get rid of me fast, I'm thinking my grave. You should have known that I'm in this state.
I'm coming off the trenches, on with base to just dissolve your dentures. Back up in the game cause the coaches order me off the benches. Not offensive, on the test the taste of lousy senses.
Welcome back to the Midnight Hour 107.9. Live here in the studio with BLW. What's going on?
What's happening, man?
Yeah,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for coming in.
My man, what's up?
What's
yo,
good?
yo.
Appreciate you having us here.
Yeah. Cheers for coming in, of course, man, of course. So start with you, BLW.
Yeah.
How long have you been rapping for? And I guess who were your early inspirations that really made you start putting the pen to paper and writing lyrics?
Yeah, well, I've been rapping since I was about 12 years old. I guess the biggest inspirations for me were like Eminem, J. Cole, just any music that really had a meaning did it for me. Another big inspiration was just the situation I was in, like writing about like what I was going through. That's what really made me start writing.
That's the
and
one,
really
man.
putting the pen to paper.
Yeah, that's the one, eh?
Yeah.
When stuff happens like to you, it's always like a good way to really make some like good music. Really comes from the heart, and it's raw and authentic.
Exactly.
So in terms of the last year, tell me what you've been up to musically, man.
Damn, man, it's been a crazy year. COVID came last year. Just as COVID came, I had my son. So he turns one next week.
Congratulations.
And it's been epic, man. I dropped a few music videos. I dropped Dead. And before this, I actually took a big break. So like 2 years. And that was like me just finding myself as an artist and, coming over here and, starting fresh, coming from back home in Mackay. It was a big move. Yeah, shout out to 4740.
Yeah.
But And I dropped Dead, and then I dropped another track called FTJ.
Yeah, man, you've been busy, eh?
So
you've been busy.
Another one called Energy as well, and that was all last year. And that we'll focus on that YouTube side of things last year. So releasing a lot of videos, and this year we're trying to focus on content. Building the Spotify up, just buffing up the catalog basically.
That's it, man. Good shit. So we're getting some tunes, eh? What do you want to go first? How does Coach Cypher sound?
Yeah, easy, man. Coach Cypher is actually a cypher that we worked on at the end of last year.
Yeah.
And, that involves myself, Afroking, and KG Host.
The whole crew is on it.
Yeah. And the video is also on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Coach is a really big part of, he's one of my homies, and he's a big part of the team, so he's been showing mad support, and he comes in as far as like supporting in so many different ways. So he's a really big factor. So he's been kind of like trying to get onto the music side of things as well. So he actually he produced the whole track and actually came up with the concept of actually finding the beat. It's kind of like with DJ Khaled where you orchestrate the track. So that was actually Naz's doing. We had to come in. We each came in and did our verses and put in the work in. So,
nice, man.
So it's that's why it's called the Coach Cypher.
I like it.
Naz is the coach.
I like it. I like that idea.
And all three of them sort of correlate with each other. And as I said before,
bit of a storyline between them, eh?
Exactly.
All three of them is like
Yeah. I was thinking that it ended. The one starts with the ending of the other.
Yeah, exactly.
So it goes straight into it.
Before they came to sound, the things do was always in the studio and cooking the things. And then in Dead, they're selling the product and they're giving it out, and all the dudes is running for it, they fiending for it, because it's mad shit, it's for real things.
Yeah.
And then in Energy now, they're trying to steal his energy type shit, so they torture him for it. It's like, nah, man, you can't take that. You can't have it.
You can't have that energy.
Nothing like that. So all of them make a full-on flick. Anyways, that's dropping soon as well.
Sick, sick.
On a few platforms. We're just waiting for the label and that.
That was the Prodigy, BLW, Esha on the hook. I like it, man. Sick.
No, thanks, bro.
Can tell it means a lot to you. There's a lot that's went into that. When do you say people can get the video?
Really soon, man. Within the next week, hopefully.
Nice, man. Sick. So that's coming out. What else can people expect to hear from you for the rest of the year? Rest of 2021, man.
A whole lot of work.
Whole lot of shit.
A whole lot of more work, man.
Yeah.
There's always work to be done.
That's it. The hustle is real.
You know, just trying to get better with every release. You know, singles, EPs, all of that. You know, features. Yeah, you can expect a lot more from BLW. Yeah. You know, this ain't the first time we're going, and the last time you're gonna be hearing about him.
That's it, man. You heard it here.
Yeah.
BLW.
But yeah, I do have a new single in the mix as well. It's called Still WA. So it's more of like an old school, you know, dead type of vibe.
BLW, let's go.
Feel, come on, tell me, do you feel that real? I be dropping real facts still. Man, they asking if I still rap real. You can't tell me this ain't real rap. Only the real can relate. It's hard to tell the real from the fake. It's still WA. Only the real can relate. It's hard to tell the real from the fake. It's still WA. Only the real can relate. They say they murdered the beat, but would you kill for the fame? I still remember the days I had to struggle for a meal on my plate. Now we on the west side, stacking up a mill in the safe. I still remember back then, back when I wasn't feeling so great. Started making this music to help me deal with the pain. So let's really debate. Can you really relate, or were you clicking for bait? Do you live what you say? If you do, then why you giving me hate? Take a walk in my shoes, man, I give it a day. Only the real can relate.
Drop down. So,
nice,
you
man.
know, it's more like a club joint. It's something people can dance to, and it's got bars in it. So I like to have a healthy balance between the two.
Nice, man. Good for Friday night, eh?
Exactly.
Let's go. Drop down Afroking, 107.9 FM, the midnight hour. Let's go.
The latest release I did was called High Class. So that one was I was getting a little bit more experimental, because actually growing up when I was in boarding school back in Africa, I was in a choir for a little bit to the church I was at. So I did a little bit of like harmonizing. Like I'd actually do a bit of singing, not too extensively into it. So I was actually thinking at some point I was planning to actually start experimenting more with vocals and harmonies and just extend out, not solely just be rap.
Yeah.
Not like I'm not gonna break out and I just go full on singing on the song, but I want to be able to actually play around and experiment with a few things. So High Class was something that's actually dedicated more to the ladies and actually includes a little bit more harmonies on top with the rap.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been going pretty well. So it's been getting some really good reception in Africa. So it's playing on different radio stations in Zambia primarily. So that's going really well. So we're planning on shooting a video for it at some point. It's not sure when, but yeah, people are loving it. So yeah,
keep your eyes peeled for that one then.
Straight up, 100%.
Music video, High Class, Afroking.
Yep.
We'll get straight into it, eh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Afroking, High Class, 107.9 FM, midnight hour. Obviously, you're the creative person behind the videos, yeah? Of BLW?
Yeah, pretty much. Like we sit down, we have a look at the content, have a bit of a think through, and try and combine the two together, you know, because then being a ghost, I'm a bit of a symbolist as well, you know, like so I like working figures in there and just chucking a fair few things in there as well, you know, because when we're talking about the videos and that, we're chatting about, take for instance how the story goes, where I was cooking up stuff in the studio, he's chucking it in the bag, they're moving everything from the bag. You have a look at energy, you see the bag burning at one time, you know, there's fire coming out the bag, you know.
Yeah, it's a mad video.
Yeah, so I already know that if there's fire coming out the bag, it's already like, you know, like the content's fire already. Yeah. So fire is definitely coming out the bag. And because we're burning that kind of bag as well, we just also, because man's a Rasta, you know. So we're burning the whole idea of materialism as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because then when you listen to BLW, it's a conscious rapper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Deep in it. So same thing with the visuals as well.
Layers,
you know, just
layers.
Keep it going together and that, you know?
Yeah. Hard, man, hard. Layers to it, eh?
Yeah, man. Onion style.
Shout out to DJ Shrek.
Because then Bill Dub's been around for a few years now. We've just been working in the shadows, you know, doing what we do, and then presenting what we present when we present. So it's like,
dope, man.
you know, we working on that root style, you know. It's like we just working the foundation. Foundation's been looking pretty, and so now we're just working the growth.
Building the creative hub up,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's dope, man. I had another question as well. Now you're talking about the creativity. Like, what is your creative process? Like, I guess that's for all of you. When you come in to create a track, what's the process behind it? You know.
For me, man, it's just what I'm feeling. You know, if I listen to a beat, it makes me feel some type of way, or that I'm going through something in my life, and that makes me feel some type of way. Whether it's either one of the two, it's just a way of overcoming stuff through the music.
Yeah.
You know, writing what you feel about, writing what you think, you know, is good. You know, as an artist, you can't be a bad artist. You know, as long as you're doing something for yourself that you like. I feel like that's You
just got to keep it real, keep it authentic, eh?
No, that's it. 100%.
Nice, man. I like it. So.
Now for myself, it's a bit different. Like I tend to, because like music came at a later stage of my life, so it's one of those where it has to be like it's more inspired. If I find a beat, I actually sit with it and actually try to see how I can actually craft something around that. Because I listen to like Ludacris, Eminem, who are like kind of crazy about the flows and cadences and actually being like an instrument within the track or within the beat. So that's how it, like for me, I just sit with it. So sometimes I will go a long time before I write a new song, but when I actually have a beat that inspires me, I'd actually sit with it and actually it'll start to come to me. So like that's pretty much how I've been operating for a long time. But it's always different for different people. But
that's it, man. I like it. And what about you, KG host?
Oh, for me, it's just really more eventful living and that. I've seen a fair few things. Studied a lot of psychology. So I've done a lot of youth work in the years. Support work at the minute. So then it's always connecting the dots. So in the case of take Bill W, for instance, it's like it's a relation thing. Where it's like I've seen kind of like the extent he's willing to go for his music and all right, I'm gonna pack up my shit and I'm gonna move across town. I'm gonna go make it happen. When he gets there, who am I gonna see? Who's gonna help me get shit done? This and that, you know, like that hunger and that, you know. So already it's like there's key points in there where it's like by the time he drops something, it's like, yo, fam, we really gotta think about this because then it's not just anything that's ordinary and that. And by the time we do sit, it's like, well, my ends of town, this shit used to happen. You know what I mean? So then if I connect them dots with your music and that, and kind of like have it running like that, we can sort of see what the story is. You know, so, because people fiend for shit and this and that. All right, let's connect that with how you working. Oh yeah, full-time job, for real. Because there is a time where it was like daily, dude was in the studio. And so it's like, oh yeah, look. And that's kind of like everything as well. So connecting the dots and that, you know, just eventful living, really.
Yeah, man. Hear that. Straight up.
Because you look at how we found the alley and that. We were walking past the spot, we're like, yo fam, this looks like, you know what? We gonna come film here.
We were on the way to a different spot altogether. And then like we walked past that shit, we pulled up like a street away from that, and we're like, oh no, we're gonna come here instead.
That's how the best shit usually happens, though, isn't it? It usually happens by mistake. It's like the unplanned stuff always better.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I know. I always loved to King and KG Host. You know, since I moved here. It was hard, you know, starting out, moving across the country, coming from somewhere where everyone knew you, to somewhere where, you know no one. And then I linked up with KG Host and pretty much made history from there, man.
Yeah, that was gonna be a question as well. How did all of you guys meet each other?
So I went to...
How did I not ask that question?
I went to the studio that Ghost was running. And then, you know, he said, come in and chill out. And, you know, let's see what we do here. So I went in, I chilled out, and then, like, I've been talking to King for, like, a year or so before I even moved here.
Oh, okay.
And it was crazy because I was at the studio, and then King just rocks up out of the blue. First night I'm there.
You didn't think
And I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on?
It was crazy for me, too, because I remember I'd been talking to BL, like it always been, like, commented, but it was like, oh, yeah, he's in Queensland. And then I walk into the studio, I'm like, wait, what's going on? How are you? How are you here? But it's like, so yeah, it's kind of like one of those, like it was meant to be.
Yeah, that's fate. If you can, if there is such thing, eh?
Yeah. Straight up. 100%.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, going back to like what Ghost said before, like when I first moved here, I didn't have a job. You know, I was living with my partner's parents. Shout out to Kayla Lafu, by the way, my partner. But yeah, you know, I was living with her parents and I didn't have a job, so I was going to the studio every day.
Yeah.
You know, not recording every day, but just learning every day. Learning something new.
That's it, man.
I've never been in a professional studio before.
Yeah.
So, you know, to work with Ghost closely as well. You know, I've learned more in these last 2 years than I've learned in my whole time rapping. So, yeah, I got a long way to go, but damn, man, I come a long way.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Definitely. And respect to KG host then, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Shout
out to the guys.
Yeah.
All the respect.
Shout out.
He's been the big homie. He's been responsible for actually, like, I don't tell him this enough, but he's kind of like indirectly mentored me, and I've actually listened to a lot of the advice that he's been giving me. So the Afroking wouldn't be Afroking without the KG host in my life. So yeah, straight up.
Big ups, man.
Bless, man. Bless.
Yeah, hard. So I guess for all of you, we got to conclude it at that. I've got one more question. So thanks for coming in. I got to say to all of you for coming in.
Thank you
for having us. Yeah.
It's no problem at all. So where can people find all of you online? What's your socials? We'll plug it at the end.
As for me, man, it's BLW the rapper on just about everything.
Yeah.
From YouTube, my YouTube page. You know, you want to check out the videos. If you want to listen to The Prodigy, go check it out on Spotify, everywhere like that. My Instagram will plug you into all of those ends. And I've also got SoundCloud. I got some tracks that, you know, you won't hear on any other platform on SoundCloud as well. So, you know, check that out as well. So, yeah, BLW the rapper on just about everything. Sick.
Yeah, so Facebook will be Afroking. That's where you find most of my videos and stuff I've been doing over the years. So that was my primary social media I was using for a long time.
Yeah.
Instagram it'll be afro.king. YouTube will be Afroking. So pretty much everything else, just search up Afroking, and yeah, something should come up, hopefully.
What about you, man?
My thing's KG host. I'm a bit on that ghost thing, so yeah. Good luck with that. I got a new guy in marketing. I'm a bit of a dinosaur, but I got a guy in marketing and that. So we be popping up on a fair few things anyways. Right now, my last album is just about on everything, The Return of the King. And then we just pushing all the content onto all the platforms through that and that. So KG host just about everywhere as well.
Nice. Yeah. Thanks. And once again, thanks for coming in. We're going to end it there.
Thank you very much, my man.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Yeah, big shout out to 107.9 FM Fremantle Radio. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem at all. Let's go. You heard him here, BLW, KG host, Afro King.